What's popping, everyone? Markus is coming back at you with a brand new video. Today we're going to talk about how you can find the best influencers for your dropshipping store or your general brand to go ahead and get the best out of your shoutouts. I'm going to jump into my phone on Instagram and we'll be here to the right or left. However, I'm gonna of course split the video, and I'll be using the page called Flanks, which is an online page where they have like a engagement calculator that you can use. So go ahead, open it on your computer so you can follow along, and I will link the Flanks site in the description down below. But yeah, let's jump straight into it. So guys, let's jump straight into it. So when you're looking for your influencers in terms of engagement rate and in terms of what's actually going to give you the best results. So one tip first, straight off the bat, is you want to use stories for your shout out. So when you go out there, get your shout out. Many people think that they're going to use their post and stuff like that, like a normal story post on the Instagram influencer page. That's not what I would recommend for you guys. The thing that's going to perform the absolute best for you is definitely if you go ahead and use stories. Stories is the go-to, what I'm going to use and what I'm using when I'm like connecting with influencers. If it's a page, if it's a personality influencers, I ask them to use stories. So what you want to use is not 24-hour stories. So of course, if it's a personality influencer, you know, like a person, they have their own personal brand and it's not just a niche influencer, they normally just have it up on for 24 hours. But if it's a niche influencer, you know, like I love cats or some shit like that, you want to search or you want to ask them to have story posts for only 3 to 6 or 12 hours. No more than 12 hours. I normally go for 3 to 6 hours. So I'm gonna use the page called Flanks to have an engagement calculator, and that's basically normally what I do. Of course I would have my computer normally, but you can see I have my phone right here, that is my iPhone X, and then I have my other iPhone right here that I am sort of like searching for the engagement rate on Google or whatever, on the page called Flanks. They have an engagement calculator. But let's jump straight into it. So straight off the bat, I don't know what niche your guys are in. Of course, you're just going to use the niches that you are in. But today, let's go for some cooking stuff. So we're going to look for some different niche pages in the kitchen and cooking niche. So what I normally go ahead and do, we're going to use a special algorithm tool, an Instagram algorithm tool, when we find a good influencer. But I'm going to talk more about that in a second. So first off, let's see if we get anything when we search for cooking. The official Instagram cooking page. Okay, so we have this right here, and it's just, so what you're gonna search for is the name at the top. So the top name, as you can see, is just straight up of cooking, and that is their Instagram username. So you will put that into your Flanks and it will show you the engagement rate. So let's see, the engagement rate of this is 2.06, which isn't that great. What I normally go for is about 3%. So what I'm going to show you guys is how to use from one specific niche page can find several others, and the button that you want to use is the little drop down button right there. I don't know why we don't get any cooking. Oh, we do right there. Okay. So as you can see right here, when we use that drop down, the little arrow right there below the 60 followers, you will get similar pages correlated to the page that you're on. First off, we have a bunch of different personality influencers, but we're looking for niches. So we want to blunt food. So we want to jump into different types of pages to see there's different sort of like their engagement rate. So this is blunt food. I know in the kitchen niche it can be a bit hard to find some with a very high engagement rate. So these have an engagement rate of 0.67. So we're just gonna stay the fuck away from them because that's really bad. But as you can see, the idea of it is basically to jump in. Let's see if we can find anything better. Cooking videos. As you can see, I'm just jumping in and look at the video. So the reason why you want to find ones, especially they cannot have an engagement rate of below 1. What you want to find ideally is above 3%. 2 to 3 can be okay, but I wouldn't recommend it. The best is definitely if you go ahead and find some which is above, let's see here, which is, sorry, I was just thinking at the same time, which is about 3%. So about 3% is normally what I go for. And then this is just a searching game, right? Normally you would maybe have your laptop. I'm just using my phone right here. So you find an influencer, as you can see right here, we're on Cooking Live right now. So I'm gonna try to type that in, Cooking Live while I'm trying to speak at the same time. But what I normally do when I jump into a page, before you actually have to put it into Flanks, you can jump into some of the pages and look at the amount of views or the amount of likes compared to the amount of followers that they have. You can see they have 872,000 followers, but only 5,000 likes, and the engagement rate came out at 0.49. I don't know if you guys can see it, but 0.49, which is really, really bad. So we don't want to use them at all, but they can help us with find other pages. Just for fun, let's check out Tasty, what their engagement rate is. 1 million views. That's absolutely crazy. I know that you would never be able to get or maybe pay for a shout out on them. So they have an engagement rate of 2.84. But basically the idea of, you can see how I'm just doing my research right here. The one we had before with 2% might actually be okay. Let's see here. Cooking, why can't I find anything that's special? Everything food, Master Cooking Panda. As you can see, this one has 18,000 views and they have 1.6 million followers, so you can easily tell that they have fake followers. That's one thing that you guys really need to make sure that you don't get a influencer page, a niche influencer page, which has fake followers, because that's one thing first, going to give you bot traffic, which is going to be bad for your pixel, and two, you're just going to be wasting your money. Another little tip for you guys, let's try to, I don't know why, so basically, as I said before, I know because I've been in the kitchen and cooking niche that it can be a bit hard to find some in that niche, but let's try to jump into the cats of world. Let's see if that one has some great things right here. 42,000 likes. Let's see if they are interesting. But to jump back to what I was trying to say before, it's important that you find pages which do not buy fake followers, and it's all organically, or of course they can have used paid traffic to get their followers, but it can't be bots, because it's just going to be so bad for your pixel, bad for your traffic and everything. It's just really, really a bad thing to use influencers with bot traffic, even though you think, okay, I can get a super great deal in terms of money wise compared to the followers that they have. You can see Cats of World right here, 2.38. So that's really great. This is probably a page that I would maybe go ahead and use. I know I said 3% before, but you can also just take a look at how that they come out, and if people think it's funny, you can see this one right here has 64,000 likes for a freaking picture, right? So I would definitely go ahead and reach out. To what you just do is you press the 3 little dots in the top right corner. This is going to be in Danish, but the bottom one will be send message, 𝑫𝑶𝑾𝑵. But anyways, it will be send message for you guys. And then what I normally do is just have a pre-made message that I write to them. I will link it in the description down below, the message. Otherwise, if I forget it, sorry, but I will probably go ahead and do that in the description down below. But otherwise, it's like, hey, we would like to promote through your page. What are your prices for a 3-hour story post? And that's what you want. 3 or 6 hour story post. And if they don't do them, ask them to do a 12-hour. That's the best, guys. Definitely a great tip right there. Go ahead and check the Master Marketing course that I recently launched. It will be in the description down below. How you test winning products, how you scale your store to thousands of dollars a day. It's amazing. Go ahead and get it, guys. You won't regret it. It's only going to take you a couple of more sales to make it back, because it's so much cheaper than a lot of other courses that you have had out there. Evergreen content. Whenever I upload new modules about Instagram or how to scale even further up beyond, and new testing techniques and all these different types of stuff, it's free. You will get it when it's a one-time deal. Go ahead and get it, and the link will be in the description down below. Moving on, let's hear Happy Pet Club. They're promoting a product right there, so pretty few likes on that one, because as you can see, this is also a super scammy. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to show you how to make great Instagram shoutouts. I think I have a video about it. Go ahead and check it out. I have a playlist about Instagram tips and stuff like that. But otherwise, I can make an updated one how I will make those now. I can make one actually for the stories as well, because stories is just so much better, guys. Really, as I just said before, go ahead, use stories for your shoutouts. You're just gonna get so much more bang for your buck. Anyway, I'm speaking so much. Let's test this out. Happy Pet Club. Like that. Let's see. They have an engagement rate of 1.89. It's okay. It's okay. What it will look at, like as you can see right here, this one has 11,000 likes, 20,000 likes. That's cute. 22,000 likes. But basically, yeah. So the reason why you use stories, as you can see, this promotion right here is on stories as well. And that's, you can see, 23. The T is hours. So 23 hours ago. So this promoter don't really know, first of all, how to make a great shout out, because this looks like shit, and secondly, they don't know that the algorithm works, that after 3 to 6 hours the engagement on those stories will start to decline heavily, because new followers are posting new stories, and those are the ones coming in front of everyone else. So it goes like this, and then you have like, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then all the way down to 24 hours, right? So that's basically how to illustrate for you guys how the stories works. So to break it down for you guys, go ahead, use stories for your shout outs, 3, 6, or 12-hour stories. Don't use post. Go ahead, make some beautiful in Canva.com. You can make your stories in Canva.com. Look for pages which has an engagement rate of at least above 2%. 3% is the ideal. Of course, I don't have time in this video to go through 50 different ones, but that's what I normally do, to go ahead and find the ones that are really like, you know, above 2.5% or 3% in engagement rate. But yeah, basically that's what we do, and then you use flanks to go ahead and search for that engagement rate. So I hope you got something useful out of it. Go ahead and check the Master Marketing course out. It's about how you market your products, winning products, dropshipping products, your whole store, how you scale them when you find the winning products, and basically also how to find winning products. It's amazing. Go ahead and check it out. The first link in the description down below. If you thought you got something useful out of the video, give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and as always, I hope you all have a successful and wonderful day. Bye.